Here's how working for free will make you more money than you could ever imagine. This is because of the natural cognitive bias in us as humans called the reciprocity bias or reciprocation. And this literally just means the more you give, the more you get back. There's a biblical text to this called like you reap what you sow. And it literally means, that in its most simple terms, you get what you give. And this is just a natural law of human nature, whether it's a kind of relationship with a romantic partner or a friend or family or a business, whatever it is in life, it's just a natural law of nature. So when it comes to, let's say, business and a career and making money, then it's kind of another one of these bittersweet ironies of how kind of opposites attract almost, where the more you give away for free, the more you will get back financially. There's multiple examples of this, but I think one of the most popular examples in terms of the influencer space in the self-help and business and entrepreneurship space in recent years is probably Alex Hormozi. He's probably the most prominent example that I can think of off the top of my head. And that's because when you think about all of the free value that he has provided, he's even got his acquisition.com website, which he's a co-founder of with his wife, Layla Hormozi, which literally invests in businesses doing anywhere from like 1 to 3 million upwards a year to help them scale to do tens of millions, if not hundreds of millions a year, and add them to the acquisition.com portfolio. And so he's obviously got his massive background in sales and building and scaling gyms and doing multiple different businesses with his wife. But he's obviously built this massive empire with his wife off the back of providing as much free value as possible. Now he's got his YouTube channel, and he was even losing money at the beginning. He was spending like 4 or 5 figures a month on a media agency to come in and do his content creation for him, spending like 10 grand a month. Now he spends like 50 grand a month or 30k a month, and yet he's making hundreds of thousands, if not millions a year off the content now because it's obviously able to be monetized now. But he's got his books, and obviously he's basically giving them away for the amount of value he's got in them and the time it takes him to make them. His value is like $50,000 an hour for his time, and yet he gives a book away for literally the minimum amount Amazon will let him do it. But he also puts it out on like Spotify for free as well. So although Spotify is a paid platform, it's still $10 a month, and you're getting a book. So with immense value in it. So the reason I use Alex Hormozi as an example is because he spent now like half a decade or close to a decade giving away free value on YouTube. Because ultimately, his long-term goal is to add people to his, get clients through acquisition.com, to make money through acquisition.com, and obviously give away as much value in his books as possible. Obviously, his books cost a little bit. They cost like a few dollars, but unless you get the audiobook for like $1. But he's giving away as much as he possibly can for as little as he possibly can, if not free, which is like YouTube. And then that means that he's helping more and more people make more and more money or grow their business up to the point where they reach the requirement for his business. And this is what a lot of people do on, online, especially like people, the likes of, like Iman Gadzhi and obviously Andrew Tate and all these types of, online entrepreneurial type of influencers. They provide as much value as they possibly can to their audience for free on YouTube and across social media, because obviously they are marketing to their target audience so that they become their target customer. That's why Andrew Tate provides free value on his live streams and across his content, showing off his lifestyle, providing free value so that he hopefully gets customers to his, real world and a war. But then you got people like Iman Gadzhi that have his, Now Educate platform, a few, I think it's like $1,500 a year or like $150 or $100 a month. So he's obviously getting millions and millions of views through YouTube and social media, and that funnels through to his primary, course or software or whatever it might be in his subscriptions. So they have used the reciprocation, the natural reciprocation bias in us as humans to not only funnel to their long-term services and products they've got going on, but because they know that giving away as much as you possibly can for free will not only build a following if you're doing it in terms of, trying to provide value online and with content, but generally with providing as much free value as you possibly can, you naturally get the reciprocation from whoever you're providing that free value to, so that they want to buy from you in some way or give value back. It's why, for instance, you know, it's, common phrase, "Oh, I owe you one," or "Do me a favor." It's like, if you've ever helped someone in any capacity with any favor or job, it's like, I owe you for that one. If they haven't given you a five or a 10 or a 20 for it or whatever, they'll say, "Oh, I owe you one." And then you've even, been on that favor. You said, I did that favor for you. And then that's the reciprocation bias. If you help someone with a favor, they owe you, and that kind of thing. And we've done that with many things in our lives. So we know the natural reciprocation bias is there. It's not hindered by negative beliefs, negative habits, positive beliefs, limiting beliefs, whatever it might be. It's just a natural cognitive bias in us as humans. So if we want to reap more, we need to give more away. So how do we actually do this in the real world? Well, obviously, in terms of media, we've got proof of concept, and the results are there from all these influencers. These influencers giving away as much value as in their content as they can for free. They've reaped what they've sowed by providing free value in hours worth of content, and now they're making tens, if not hundreds of millions of dollars through the courses or subscriptions or products or services that they have, that they provide and they've sold to their customers. In terms of, and that's the same. I think people like, Iman Gadzhi are a great example here, because you've got he's now got like a sparkling water drink. He's got a drink brand now anyway, right, in the recent weeks. He's now opened up and sold. He had his blue light blocking glasses. I'm also a big fan of him, man. That's why I'm going over him as well. So he's got his products with his blue light blockers and his drinks, and he's also got his software company that he sold, but he's still a part owner of, I believe, and he's got his subscription base now, Educate. So he's got these products and these services that he is now selling to his audience that he built up by providing free value to people that will become potential customers of his thing. Now, not every single person that you give that free value to at that level will become a potential customer, but it's also like a funnel in that case. If he gets 1 billion views a year, or let's say 100 million views a year on his YouTube and across social media, then let's say 50 or 100,000 of those people will become a customer. And that's huge if it's between services and product-based things. So how can you do this? Because you might not want to become an influencer or some, content strategist or content creator. So the way we do this on a regular, everyday level for us that aren't influencers, obviously if we're providing a product or a service, it varies a little bit. But the best thing to do if you're a freelancer or you're starting a small business, if you want to provide a service, give away your time, therefore your service and your skill set for free. Even if it's just for a week or two, but just basically provide the service for a period of time. And basically prove that you know what you're doing. Whatever the skill or service you're providing is, give it away for free to a few people until you can build up the word of mouth, build up the reputation that, you've got these people, these results for free, and that's what you do. They love what you do, and then you carry on if it's been great, and then that's how you build it up over time. So you get the first few people in the door, you prove your worth, you prove you've got a good reputation, trustworthy, you've got an authoritative figure there, and you prove you know what you're doing. And then that's when you can actually start charging. Maybe already have rates before you even had the free trial or the free period. But either way, you provided that free time and that free value for those clients, and then you go on from there. And then hopefully you reach a point where you have enough cash flow in a business, if it's big enough, where you can start offering free trials to new clients anyway that come on board. And that's how, in a kind of business, service-based business, you can provide free value. And then basically just proving what you can do and the results that you provide for free at the beginning. If it's a product-based business, then the same sort of thing applies, but with a slightly different angle to it. Because of course, when it's a product-based business, you have to pay a supplier in some capacity. So it would be a bit like if it was a service-based business and you had a member of staff or a contractor to pay. So if you can front that money to pay them, then it's the same as a product-based business, because if you have another person to pay or a product to pay for from a supplier, then it's the same type of angle. So when it is product-based, then obviously you've got to take into account the cost of not just your time, but the cost of the product. So if obviously you want to give a few away so you can get some reviews and some testimonials back or reviews from your product and feedback, then sure, send out some free samples, invest some money or your savings into just buying a few hundred of something or just a bulk of something so that you can give those away. And maybe I've seen a lot of the time these people, people that have promoted a book where they give it away for free, but they just ask you to pay for shipping. So that could be something you do as well. People just have to pay the $4.99 for shipping or the $1.99 for shipping. So in a way, it's still free value. They're just having to front the shipping costs. Obviously, the more you can give away for free, the better, but there is often kind of logistical limitations of this. So you've got to take into account all the feasible logistics of it to see what is possible. But ultimately, we're trying to figure out the best angle to provide the most amount of value possible so that the natural reciprocation bias comes in and you can give away as much as you possibly can for free, and then you reap what you sow and whatever text that's from, and you can start working towards those customers coming back or those clients continuing to work with you. So that's ultimately about it. I hope that helps. I'm always trying to do the best with this. Obviously, as a service-based business, the aim is to be providing free trials to people as soon as they sign up, well, to new clients that sign up, and just try to consistently get people to want to keep working with us and increase the lifetime value for your clients or customers if it's product-based business. So that's about it. Hope you've enjoyed. Hope this is helpful. Leave a like if you did enjoy it, and let me know your thoughts below on this as well. Providing free value, is there a limit to this? Is there not a limit to this? Kind of how far can you go with free value? So thanks for watching again, and I'll see you in the next video.